Good deal. Thanks for being here. Tremendous day for our program as we add 5 guys to what I feel like was a tremendous signing class in December as well. I think this all together is probably the best class that we've been able to put together here over our 4 years, and filled some significant needs in our program. Proud of our staff. I thought did a tremendous job evaluating not only character and academics but also talent on the field, and led by our recruiting coordinator Al Pogue and our director of player personnel Brian Bennett. They'll be available to talk, and they can give you some more details about the guys as we go through this class. So with that said, a big Alabama flavor again to this class with 12 additions from our home state here, and I think that's been a common theme as you go through this. Also Georgia, Florida, and the state of Mississippi. So able to get guys from all our home, what we deem our home areas. So with that, I'm going to answer any questions.
What was the focus coming out of December with only 6 colleges or so to play with?
Yeah, so and I was a fan of the December signing date. I think it was needed. If you look at the way recruiting's evolved over the last 5 to 10 years, the rules hadn't changed in 20 plus. So with the unofficial visits and the opportunities to communicate now more so than in the past, we really approached signing day in December. On December 20th is our main signing, and we signed 15 guys in that class, or in that signing early signing period, and then we were able to focus on a small group in January to close it out, and I thought we did that. If you look at the guys we added in the month of February, Will Cholo, who's been committed to us for a while, played at Archer High School, a talented kid, defensive tackle wise, going to compete for back-to-back state championships in wrestling. Was as good as anybody we had in our camps last year at the defensive line position. DeMontrez Brown, Alabama All-Star from Bob Jones High School, same high school DeAndre Douglas came from. A.J. Lewis was a huge position of need for us at tight end, where we go into for our second player out of Mobile, Baldwin County this year, and he's a guy that can come in and play right away. And then T.J. Harris from Lee County, one of the traditional programs over there, won a state championship, physical safety. And then Will Sunderland transferred from Oklahoma, again, somebody that has versatility in the secondary. So those guys added to the guys y'all are going to meet today for the first time that are already on campus, and those other guys that signed in the early class. Again, extremely proud of our staff for putting this group together. Well, it depends. What it enabled us to do, Jeremy, honestly, is the month of January, we were focused on the small group that we were going to sign. The biggest difference probably was the small number of official visits we had on the weekends. I don't think we had a weekend where we had more than 5, where we hosted more than 5 official visitors. But what it enabled us to do, and probably the same way for a lot of programs, is we are really far ahead on the class of 19, and we've got a good start on the class of 2020. As a head coach, I thought it was extremely beneficial because in the month of January previously, you spent so much time on home visits. In this month, I was able to get in a lot of high schools in our home areas in Alabama, Georgia, and in Florida.
What's Sunderland's legal status?
Yep.
Does he have eligibility immediately?
Yeah, so he'll graduate from junior college. He'll have 2 years of eligibility remaining, and he's a guy that same high school that Tyquay Russell came from. We did a lot of research on Will. Tyquay knew him personally. Vic has a great relationship with his high school coach. We've got a really strong relationship with the staff there at the University of Oklahoma. We felt good about Will. His parents and Will came on an official visit. Dad's a police officer. We felt great about the family. We feel like that Will's going to have a great opportunity to come here and be productive and finish up his academics as well.
For him to be a 4-star and to want to come here, what does that say about where this program is right now?
Well, I think that we've got several of those in our locker room now. I don't think he's the first one by any means, but we're talented. I think if you look at what the guys in our locker room have already done. I don't think he's gonna jump in and his talent's not gonna stand out. Not that we're not proud of him. We're extremely proud of him, but he's gonna be one of several really good players we have in our locker room. But it was big. I think the relationship again that Vic had with his high school coach, I think it was extremely beneficial that Ty Quay had a great experience here. A guy that came from Midwest City, then a 2-year starter. I think those are all played a factor in it.
There's another continuing theme though, because you got a Bob Jones guy and another Lee County guy.
Yeah.
Are you starting to find your honey holes? I guess.
Well, I don't know about that. I think that we want. I think the more success you have in high school, I think it doesn't mean that we're only going to sign guys that come from championship level programs. But what it does is those guys understand what it takes. They understand what it takes to go into winning and winning at a high level. They understand how to work. And then once you establish a relationship, and it's not just coach to coach, but it's player to player. We've got several guys on our football team that are enjoying the process and enjoying what we're doing here, and they're spreading that news to guys in their high schools, and that's helping us. I want to talk while we're broken up here. Waiting the next question. Hit on these guys you're going to have an opportunity to meet. Kevin Perkins is here. Been here since early January. You're going to see, most of you have seen his highlights when we had early signing day. A big physical runner that also has tremendous balance and agility. He's already doing a really good job in our workout. Somebody that we're really excited from Northwest Mississippi Junior College. Won a lot of games over there. 3 for 3, so he's going to have 3 years of eligibility to play. Definitely be able to fill in that gap of a bigger running back with the loss of Josh Anderson and Jordan Chun. Travion Samuel. Added grad transfer from Louisville. We try not to hold that against him, but but I think the important thing with him is he graduated 3.5 years. Comes from one of the best programs in the state. Played for Jamie DuBose at Phoenix City, and if you look, he's highly productive. Highly productive not only at Phoenix City but at the University of Louisville. Also, we needed an older guy in that room, and he's going to come in. And they were really, really good on offense over the course of the last 3 years at the University of Louisville. So it's going to be able to set the standard in that room. We got John Hines, who's from Park Crossing High School, played for Smitty Grider there, and then went to Southwest Mississippi. Knew Coach Pogue had to develop a relationship with him in high school, and then following him in the junior college ranks. And a guy that, again, he's going to have 3 years of eligibility here. A local guy, somebody from the junior college ranks that we recruited in high school, we have a lot of familiarity with. I think his upside is really big. Jarvis Hayes from down the road at Slocum, Alabama, is a guy that is already making his presence. Was at 675, I think he deadlifted the other day, which was really impressive. He did it twice right at the end of the workout. He's a guy that played linebacker at Itawamba. We're going to move him down to his more natural position at defensive end and bandit, and a guy that has already established himself as a leader in the weight room and leader in the off-season program. So, guy I think will make an immediate impact. And then our high school signee that graduated early is Hamilton Hawthorne from Jacksonville, Sandalwood. And he's a guy that's powerful. He's got really long arms, and he's jumped in and fit in with our team right away. Anybody else got any questions?
Yeah, Coach,
Yes, sir.
Brandon and Jordan's class, the last one that you didn't recruit as a head coach?
So, I don't know, Adam. You'd have to. I'll say this is on our team right now. I think we've got basically our whole team is guys that our staff is recruited. We've got a small senior class, 12 members of that senior class. I think only 6 of the 12 were recruited scholarship players. The other 6 were former walk-ons that have earned money, and some of those guys are really, really good players. Some of our better players are in that of those 6 that earned money. I think and you'll know I think Hunter Reese and Gabe Hill are the two guys. Jeb Davis. I think those are the 3 guys that played for Coach Blaney and are still around.
For you, is there a sense of pride for this coaching staff, knowing that this is a team you guys put together as your tenure as head coach, that these are your guys?
Yeah, well, I mean, the guys that were on the seniors last year, those are our guys too. You know, I tell them all the time, they didn't necessarily choose me. I chose them, and our staff chose them. And that senior class that just left, I mean, 21 games in 2 years. I mean, that's never been done before here. And you know, so they helped lay the foundation. I still think that our best days are ahead. I really do. You know, to start with this recruiting class here, the fact that in a little over 200 days we're going to open up in front of a brand new stadium or brand new north end zone facility, a $25 million plus, playing a nationally ranked team in Boise State with the opportunity for us to be nationally ranked also in front of what I think will be our first sellout crowd. You know, I think the best is still to come here. Yeah, I think this is the first class where you're going to see some of the benefits in that new facility. I think next year's class, I think will even pay more dividends just because, you know, the building's brick now. You know, it's not just something on a screen that we're telling them about. It's not just a bunch of dirt being moved. It's a building they can see. They can actually walk in, and you can feel where the weight room's going to be now. You can feel where the players' lounge is going to be. So, definitely helping this class. I think it'll be more of a benefit in next year's recruiting class.
You spend much time hanging around out there?
Where it,
Walk out there and do whatever you want?
well, what I try to do, Stacy, is I try to go in there about once every about 4 to 6 weeks so I can actually see movement. Now, since recruiting's been over, I've been in there a bunch because we've had graphic meetings, we've had strength equipment meetings, we've had cardio equipment meetings, training room, lockers. I mean, you name it. We've kind of been. We're right at the end where you got to make some decisions. So it's an exciting time. It takes up a lot of time, but it's for the best.